It's a beautiful young lady named Sunny, and it's not her real name. She had to change her name, I understand, because she felt that intimidated by these out-of-town paid guns from people who hate America and are causing trouble for our police. And by the way, again, I have nothing but respect for the people whom we're paying to keep us safe and who are very brave, who go into that profession to do so. Please don't kneel down with these anti-police, anti-American people, because it's just weak. It really is. But this Sunny is so intimidated. She posts on Facebook how much she really appreciates how the local boys in blue are defending her, the police department, the Manchester Police Department. Of course, we had the National Guard there in recent days, along with the FBI, to make sure that the locals would be protected from these out-of-town paid guns, these domestic terrorists. So at least someone is really concerned about us. Our president, obviously, he gets the nature of the domestic terrorism facing us. Even if the local people don't kneel with terrorists. Just it's weak. It's weak, police. I know what Mayor Bill de Blasio in New York is doing, but again, he doesn't ascribe to the broken windows theory, and it's common sense. It's just a way of repackaging the old wisdom that if you let the enemy take an inch, they'll take a mile. There should be a zero tolerance policy for all graffiti, for all breaking windows and that sort of stuff. You've got to take a hard line on that, Manchester, all of that, because they're testing the waters. They're wussy mama's boys. As I call them, Bama's boys. So they're very cowardly, and you'll be surprised how afraid they get when you just keep your city clean, right? And the businesses along, like I tried to tell one business owner that I know on South Willow Street, listen, you've got to clean up the graffiti, because if you allow the graffiti to stay there, that's an invitation for them to come back and do more of it. And spray paint today, bullets tomorrow. The Manchester police should not be having to tell businesses that they need to board up on what should be a normal business day. We do not bargain with terrorists. We do not relent to terrorists. And, the fact that we can't get this under control with the National Guard and the FBI working together, with the local police, I guess that is something that kind of should give all of us in Manchester pause. Okay? So, anyway, these are terrorists, okay? They're domestic terrorists. They're paid. They come in the entertainment industry. We call them spectators. Have you seen Aladdin? Remember how the genie was like, going in the crowd and disguising himself as normal, everyday locals, like Obama says, "Hey, folks," because he thinks that makes him sound. He thinks that's how we talk. He thinks that's how we real Americans talk. And he thinks if he says folks enough, then he'll sound folksy. It's like, well, look, you gotta start talking real slow and finish up fast. It's just it's so fake. It's absolutely so fake. And these folks are paid spectators or rabble-rousers, bird dogs, as the Hillary Clinton campaign's paid guns called them. I don't know if you saw the Project Veritas videos, where Project Veritas talked to the people whom Hillary Clinton's campaign hired to cause a little trouble at the MAGA rallies leading up to the campaign. So, listen, these are paid terrorists, and their goal is to put all of us real Americans who love and live in the places that we work and play. they want to give us, the real Americans, trouble. They want to make it so that we cannot go to work every day because we're so afraid. So that in the case of the lovely Sunny from Manchester, you can't come out of your house because you're afraid, because you're in a permanent state of fear. That is the goal of the radical left, the Bernie Sanders crowd, which has run underground because because now we know that they want it, because we have the video from Project Veritas of them saying that they're going to set towns on fire if Bernie Sanders isn't elected. This is the way they operate, but let me tell you something, it's not the way America operates, and we're not going to take it anymore. We're not going to take it anymore. So the next time you see these, either the local idiots who have been so freaked out because they're watching so much of the fake news idiot box, or their violent cohorts who have been piped in, who have been bussed in from out of town with the specific intention of causing you a world of pain, physical pain and fear, so you can't leave your house, you tell them that we're not going to be their fake news anymore. You tell the fake news to go away, the fake news who's instigated most of these riots, and let's tell our local law enforcement that they really need to take a harder line on these punks and stop being a pawn of the fake news media. I still can't get over the fact that the Manchester Popo was kneeling with the out-of-town anti-police protesters, and that's what they are. That's what kneeling is. Let's be honest. It's what it is. People that are kneeling in the middle of the street. It's an anti-police gesture, and that is not cool. And the people it should be the least cool with is the police, okay? So let's all think about this. Let's not be maybe so suggestible. Let's maybe remember that the job of the fake news is to turn us, real Americans, against each other, and to freak us out to the point where we don't even realize that there are domestic terrorists who are invading our neighborhood. And we need to send a very clear signal, first of all, by keeping our neighborhood clean, and second of all, by fending them off with multiple layers of physical defense, that they're not welcome here. Rioters are not welcome in our town. Domestic terrorists, violent rioters are not welcome in my town. And that's what we all need to be telling them. Domestic terrorists, violent rioters ain't welcome here in the land of the free, the home of the brave. This is America's Man's Man.